Hello, everyone. Again, this is Ethan Shapiro, the climate change realtor with Coldwell Banker, founder and manager of the most innovative real estate sales company in the world, here for Principles, episode 12. All right, so we left off at 3.2, letter D. So now we are going to talk about 3.2, letter E. Let me fix the mic real quick. All right, here we go. Recognize that to gain the perspective that comes from seeing things through another's eyes, you must suspend judgment for a time. Only by empathizing can you properly evaluate another point of view. Okay, so there's a lot to unpack there. You want to gain perspective from others. Again, we talk about this every week. Seeing yourself objectively is extremely difficult. And then especially someone like me, very in their own head, very egotistical. You want to find someone who you respect that can put you in place and show you what your weaknesses are and help you grow. I talked about this in the vlog. The Climate Change Realty team is going to be expanding in the next few months or half a year, whatever it takes to get the right person on. But see things through another's eyes. You suspend your judgment, so you don't judge the other person. You just really try to see it through their eyes and empathize and feel their feelings. And that's the key. Because if you were to feel, the whole thing with the Nazis and the Stanford prison experiment and the other experiment where they had people like shocking someone, if you know what I'm talking about, you know what I'm talking about. They had people like a doctor in a lab coat and said, ask them questions. If they get it wrong, shock them. Is that you dehumanize? Actually, that was appeal to authority. And the Stanford prison experiment was, I don't know if that was okay. So I'm talking about the wrong thing. It's about you dehumanize people and then you can do whatever you want to them if you don't think they're a person. This is the opposite. This is not only seeing things through their way of thinking, but also empathizing, feeling the way they feel. Because it'd be very difficult for you to hurt someone if you felt the pain while you did it to them. So that's the thing about being evil, is you have to dehumanize your victims. But so to gain perspective that comes through seeing, you have to suspend your judgment, so not judge them, and empathize. Okay, off to a sloppy start here, but this is principles, so we can be raw and we can kind of just chill and have a good time with it. So remember, letter F, remember that you're looking for the best answer, not simply the best answer that you can come up with yourself. And this is, again, relating it back to my vlog. Achieving the success I want out of the company. Being able to donate $600,000 next year. I am lightning focused on achieving that. Now, is the best answer for me to try and do that all by myself, or slowly build a team and then hold my equity and build a team that will listen to whatever I say and be my employees? Or does it make more sense for me to find partners who are aligned with my goal, who can see my vision, who respect me and my hustle and want to join and want to see the same thing? And I know a lot of young people our age are concerned about the climate crisis. They're looking for a job now. They're looking for something to enjoy their life with. And I preach this all the time. If you're waking up and not enjoying your life, you are doing something wrong. So we're looking for the best answer. And the way to get that is through humility, and that's the word I didn't have on my Instagram vlog live last week. You want to be humble. You want to be proud and do what you want and do what you believe, but you understand that you will make mistakes along the way, and to help you become better, you need input from others. And I struggle with this, and I'm getting better, as you can see. So let's move forward. But you have to be careful, because input from negative people will drag you down, but input from positive people who have achieved what you want to achieve is extremely beneficial, and that's why the coaching industry is so huge right now. Letter G, be clear on whether you are arguing or seeking to understand, and think about which is most appropriate based on yours and others' believability. Okay, so the distinction for that would be arguing is you're trying to prove a point to someone because you know that they're wrong, versus seeking to understand. Now, I think anyone, any good philosopher, any good argument, they're very strong in their beliefs, but there's nothing, a true scientist or a true philosopher loves nothing more than to have their entire life's work disproven. Now, that might sound crazy to you guys, but this is what I believe about a true intellectual, a true person who's seeking to make the world a better place and find the truth. I forget who said that, but like, thank you so much you want someone to disprove your work, because if you're preaching something very strongly and making sure everyone believes what you believe, what you've figured out, and you don't care if it's right or wrong, you're not looking for the truth. You're not looking for goodness. You want critics. You want objections to your arguments. You want to crush them and make sure that your theory is right. But if at the end of the day your theory is incorrect, there's nothing more valuable than someone smarter than you coming in and squashing you, because you have a chance to improve your theory and become better. And this is life, guys. Improve, become better, be the best version of yourself, create the best vision you can possibly have and bring it into reality. 100%. So Ray wants you to be clear. Are you arguing, or are you seeking to understand? I seek to understand, but I sound like I'm arguing. I'm always trying to find the truth. I'm also, again, egotistical. I think I'm right. I think I'm smarter than other people, but sometimes I'm not. And oftentimes things lay dormant in my mind and I have to think about them. And that's the thing with many people, is they want to come to conclusions on their own. They don't want to be told you're wrong. It's like, oh, thank you so much, man. Like, I'm so happy to hear that everything I believed is wrong. Like, thank you. And this is the problem with politics as well. Is like, they're like, you're wrong. You're deplorable. You're evil. Everyone needs time to learn and process. Like I said, I'm repeating all the things I've said this week. I would take a college class. I would be like, that was stupid. I didn't learn anything. And then 2 months later, I'd be like, wow, I know a lot about accounting. Because things take time to sink into my brain. And I assume that's the same for many people. So if at first you're apprehensible, continue thinking about something. If it strikes a chord in your mind, you think you might be wrong, pursue that. 3.3, appreciate the art of thoughtful disagreement. 100%. Thoughtful disagreement. This is life. Discourse. We're all becoming better. The answers aren't shut you down, shut up. You have to have respect. You have to respect your something your privilege. Check your privilege. All right, I'm not going to get into that, but the art of thoughtful disagreement. It's not, you're a white male, your race or your people have had amazing positions of power forever. Your ideas are now worthless. We don't want to hear from you because your position doesn't matter. Now, I might be pissing people off with this, but this is a problem. There is an art of thoughtful disagreement. Now, someone who's white and someone who's black, or someone who's Asian, or someone who's what else is there? African or Indian or whatever. We all think differently. Well, again, back to the first point, which is about seeing things through the other person's perspectives and appreciating it and empathizing. I understand the world is not an equitable place. I understand. I am so lucky. I'm not denying that. I'm so lucky to be in the position I'm in. I have clothes, I have a computer, I have a place to live, and that allows me to succeed more than others who don't. But thoughtful disagreement, we can't shut down discourse. We can't shut down thoughtful disagreement. We can't silence those who have a different opinion than you, because in order to find the truth, we need thoughtful disagreement. And I appreciate it, like I appreciate art, like I appreciate my number one biggest role model, Kanye West. You guys don't like Kanye West? You don't like that he's my biggest role model? Why is Kanye my biggest role model? Because he speaks his mind and he has a vision and he pursues it no matter what anyone else tells him. He just does it. He sees it. He does it. He's done this his whole life. He's been told he's crazy his whole life. You guys wait and see. He very well may be the president of this country. I don't know. 3.4. Triangulate your view with believable people who are willing to disagree. Great. Discourse. Again, I'm going to be looking for someone who's not like me to join my company. Now, they're going to be like me in the sense that they believe what I believe. They believe in love. They believe that interpersonal connections are the most important thing. They believe that I and we as our company are going to succeed and do whatever it takes. But they might not be as egotistical as me, or they might not be as hard-headed as me, or especially they won't be as extroverted as me, but they're going to be essential to the growth of this company, because I need to be put in check, because I need to triangulate my views with believable people, because as long as they see the vision, they're believable, or if they're intelligent, they're believable. And most importantly, I'm going to need people who are willing to disagree with me. And then we're going to have to be willing to flush it out, and it might take time to convince me because I'm so strong and so hard-headed. But again, if you have a good argument or you have good knowledge, it will sink in, at least to my mind over time. I know some people don't change their mind ever, but I am more than willing to change if it means we're going to achieve our goal. And what's the goal? Save the planet, save the world, add more love into the world, create a better place, a better world for everyone, a better world even for those you don't like. Even for those you don't like. I don't believe in punishing your enemies or torturing your enemies or locking people up because you hate them. It's wrong. I don't agree with that. Everyone deserves love. Deserves. I don't know. It just makes sense to me. Everyone can have love, at least. I'll leave it at that. Letter A, under 3.4. Plan for the worst case scenario to make it as good as possible. Again, this is, I think, one of the foundations of value investing, the idea that you buy a company for 50 cents when it's really worth $1, right? So I think, again, when you're making an investment, what's the worst case scenario? What's the best case scenario? What's the most likely scenario? You want the worst case scenario to be you make like $1. You want the best case scenario to be you make like $1,000, and you want the most likely scenario to be you make like $100. You know what I'm saying? Like, plan for the worst case scenario, make it as good as possible. You want, if everything goes wrong, there's certain things, outliers like Yellowstone going off, or like you having a heart attack at age 23. Like, I don't know if you can plan for those, but like the realistic worst case scenario, or maybe even the worst case scenario, you still want something good to happen. That's how you can guarantee your success, by making sure that the worst case scenario is still something good happens. 100%. 3.5. Recognize the signs of closed-mindedness and open-mindedness that you should watch out for. All right, here's something underneath. A few good decision makers working effectively together can significantly outperform a good decision maker working alone. It's amazing how all these videos line up and everything I'm doing lines up, because everything is connected. You know what I'm saying? You can see how things are so connected. I've been trying to do it alone, and it's holding me back. And the reason I was doing that is because I wanted to hoard my wealth, because I've been conditioned by society to say you should hoard your wealth and become as wealthy as possible. But you don't need that. All you need is financial freedom, and then you're free, and then you can do whatever you want. And but I can enjoy myself on the way to that, and that's what I'm doing with this company. Recognize the signs of closed-mindedness and open-mindedness that you should watch out for. I don't know what those are. I'm not going to comment on that. I'm going to get on my Instagram live here in a second. But yeah, open-mindedness, closed-mindedness. All right, so that is 3.5, and 3.6 has quite a few letters, so we'll save that for next time. How are you guys doing? You doing well? I'm noticing that people are starting to view this. I'm getting 8 views, 10 views. Are you watching this all the way to the end? I find it hard to believe. That anyone's actually watching this all the way to the end. I'll tell you. Oh, yo, by the way, future Ethan, what's good, bro? How you doing? Remember, this was a fucking awesome Saturday morning. Super energized right from 4:30. Got straight into the office. Got your prints done. Got your work done. Got your lights set up. Got everything done. How you doing, brother? How are you doing? Whoever is watching this. If you're watching this, if you watch to the end, please drop me a comment. I have no idea. If you actually watched this all the way to the end and got value, that's amazing. I'm just ranting and reading and talking about myself. If this is valuable content to people, that's incredible. I'm going to keep doing it either way, because I'm releasing my thoughts into the world. But yeah. Recognize whatever it was, open-minded, the signs of open-mindedness versus closed-mindedness. Closed-mindedness is so problematic. It's so anti-success, not being willing to change your mind. And I've been criticized of this, but it's just inaccurate, and it always has been inaccurate. The way I conduct myself leads you to believe that I'm closed-minded, but in reality, I really never have been. I'm hard-headed, but I'm not closed-minded. And look at the signs for open-mindedness as well. I think that would be probably the ability to change your mind and just lean thinking in general, and adaptability. But yeah, this was Principles, episode 12. I love this show. I love this job. I love my life. I love you all. And we're going to make more love. And every single week, we're going to build more and more love. And I don't care. And if anyone thinks that's corny or stupid, because it's not, it is the meaning of life. And I'm convinced of that. And I'll disagree with anyone who says otherwise, because it's just obvious, and it is simple. So, anyways, staying positive, staying frosty. Have a nice day. Instagram, I'm going live.